Hello everyone, welcome back to the Fisher and Matt UK channel. So today I've got a bit of an interesting one. I know I've been gone for quite a while, but I've been doing quite a few shorts, so I'm sorry about that. I'll try and get the setup going on the SIB, so it's a good live stream and not me being a bit crabby because there's not a lot of space on there. But yeah, today's video we're going to be cleaning up the outboard engine that I've got. I'm going to be putting some grease in it as well as changing the oil. So nothing big, but it's one of the sort of in-between services before doing like the impeller and the carburettor, which honestly I don't know how to do yet, but we'll get onto that. But yeah, we're going to try to change the grease, clean it up a little bit and change the oil. So I'll see you guys in the video. So you might be able to hear, I have also got the baby daughter in the background. She's in her high chair just chilling, looking at me, smiling. Hello. We'll go to that in a minute. But I've got the engine here. It's a Johnson 8 horsepower. I believe it's 2001 or something like that. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll go look through the service book and owner's manual. But it's been a really nice engine for us so far. Quite strong, quite powerful, obviously being 8 horsepower, nothing special. But I've got pretty good pricing, I'd say. But one thing that I've been wanting to do is clean it, so we're going to do that today. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get under here, clean inside this, clean down the shaft, which I've already done a little bit. I'll get pictures of what that looked like before, but I've already cleaned that a little bit. And then I'll bring you in closer and we'll have a look at where it's dirty as well. Before we check the engine, we'll come over, say hello to my daughter. This is Violet. Say hello, baby. She doesn't speak yet, she hasn't said mum or dada yet, but she's a happy little girl. Happy little girl, aren't you? So she's just chilling with me right now in the high chair. Gonna repair the engine and hopefully she's enjoying. So yeah, we're gonna take the cowling off, I think that's what it's called, the top bit, top cover, clean inside there. Might have a little clean of the components inside. We'll try to clean this bit here, it's a little bit dirty, and around here and stuff. As you can see, you've got the grab handle here, there's grease around here, as well as a grease zerk or nipple fitting there. Down here, we've got another nipple fitting there. That one's really, really greasy and dirty, so that's the reason why I want to clean it. And then there's another one here that I'm going to fill with grease as well. So yeah, we're going to go around all of them, and then we're going to clean out the oil, which is this plug here for the top, and then this one down here for the bottom. So we'll go through all that, and hopefully we'll have a nice happy engine. So I already did clean both sides down here, but I'll go over them again. The main problem is up here, it's like really, really dirty. I did have a quick wipe, it was like that. The side of the engine was about like this. So it all came off with a bit of elbow grease. I was using just standard washing up liquid and a metal scourer. May not be the best way to do it, but that's what I was doing. But yeah, I'm going to get up in here, clean all this dirt and grease up, and hopefully it'll look nice and clean. In a future episode as well, might have to address this stuff, as there is quite obvious paint chipping and stuff like that all around the place. There's a couple of scuffs, no idea how. That's just a little bit of wear and tear, I guess, but I might have to spray paint the engine as well. So if anyone's got any tips and tricks on that, let me know. And yeah, we'll get into the video, everyone. So I had a bit of a trip this morning. I went to 3 different places. First place I went to was Tool Station, and I picked up a laser hand tools grease pump. So that's what you need to use to pump grease into your Zerk fittings. I've also picked up some of this. It'll probably be backwards because I'm filming with the front camera. I've got some white lithium grease. No, it's not white, it's just this high temperature lithium grease. That's waterproof because it's made out of lithium based, so that should do the trick, everyone. I know you can use like all the special ones, but that stuff's perfectly fine. I've also, which might be a little bit unorthodox for people, been to Halfords and I've got some EP80 W90 oil, and it's gear oil. So that is the right stuff. It's used for gearboxes, which is obviously what is used in the outboard engine, and it's got to be the weight of I think 80 or 90. Whichever one it is. And also I've got a Quicksilver gear lube pump, which is what you need to put the oil inside the outboard. So yeah, we'll get onto that. Probably going to clean it first and then we'll get the oil out. And yeah, hopefully it goes well. So for no particular reason, I'm going to get the grease gun sorted. Grease nipple and ready to grease up. So we'll do that in a minute. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the oil now. So there's 2 plugs with a flathead screwdriver screw head. One is up the top here and one's down the bottom there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the bottom one first, I think, and then that will stop the oil from flowing quickly out the bottom one when I unscrew that one. So I'll do that now. put it on this microfiber cloth there. So as you can see, a little bit of oil's dripping out now, but as soon as I open this other plug, because of the vacuum effect, loads of other oil should come out as well because there's air going into the system. So there you go. Just like a car, all the oil's coming out now. So if it was a milky consistency, I'd want to be worried, but it's quite dark. If there's like metal shavings in it, I'd also want to be quite worried. But just looks about dark, and that's about it. So I think we're all good. So yeah, just gonna let that drain for the next minute or two, and then we'll get on to cleaning the rest of the engine. So here we are, the engine oil is draining. So you can see it's quite dark, which isn't a good sign, but it's not a bad sign because it's not milky, and there's no metal shavings or anything like that in there, so nothing catastrophic has happened. So it's good that I changed this, so happy days. On Monday I cleaned this bit here, so I'll bring you guys down this side on both sides. I gave this all like a wipe down, clean down, and the bottom bit, the propeller and shaft and stuff. So I gave all that a clean down, but we'll go over it again. That was just using metal scourer and hot water and soapy water. But I found this in the shed, WD-40 bike degreaser. I've heard you want to be careful on using this on things like copper, but I don't think there's any copper that I'm going to be using it on, just the outside bits of the engine. But I'm going to try to be careful not to get it into the steering column, just in case that causes the grease to, well, to degreaser, so you know what I mean. So yeah. Going to be freehanding the camera now for a second, but I've already done a little bit on the other side. All I'm going to do, shake the can up, just make sure it's pressurised, and then I'm just going to spray a bit of the WD-40 bike degreaser in there, all over this. To be fair, we'll just go all over. And as you can see, quite a good enough angle. All that grease is just coming off. As you can see, that's quite dirty, so I'm happy I'm doing this. Probably all from exhaust fumes and stuff like that from the engine. But I'll bring you around the other side as well. I've already sprayed a bit of this already. But hopefully when we grease up the rest of the engine, we shouldn't have any problems at all. But yeah, what we'll do, we're going to spray it all on there. Sorry if the camera angle's a bit awful. Just spray it everywhere, to be fair. Get all of that grease off, and hopefully it'll look a lot better when I wipe it down in a minute. Also going to do the front as well. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of that on these clamp things as well, because they're a little bit stiff. So we'll get a bit of that in there. It's just like penetrating fluid sort of stuff. So I'm going to spray it all over the engine. And hopefully I'm not doing the wrong thing here, but looks like it's doing a pretty good job. So yeah, sorry about the camera angle, it's probably going to be pretty bad, but yeah, hopefully the engine will look very good. Got you all close in, so I've got a microfiber towel here, nothing special. I've let the degreaser sit for a few minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start wiping it down, and hopefully a lot of the grease will just come straight off.
And it does seem to be coming off pretty well. Might have to spray some more degreaser. Just on this side here. I've really abrasive this and my microfiber towel will do a good job.
I'll move to a time lapse now. So here's a quick update, about 5 minutes in. So we got all this side cleaned. I've lifted the engine up as well so I can get below this bit here. Got all this cleaned. There's still a little bit of grease in between there, so I might have to go get a brush for that. But yeah, it's looking pretty white, pretty nice. So hopefully it's all going to end well, and the engine won't seize up in the future. But yeah, we'll carry on with the time lapse, go to the other side and clean those little bits up. It's looking great. Well everyone, quick intermission. I've got the top off now. Done most of the cleaning on the body, so it's going well. But yeah, I've just checked when the engine was sold, and it was in 1995. So this engine is, what, 26, 7, something like that. 27 years old. Didn't even realise it was that old when I was buying it, really. I thought it was more 20, 22-ish sort of me. Same age as me, but apparently it's 27, so there you go. Whether or not we'll be doing something like this to it, we'll see. But yeah, taking off the old grease and putting new grease, I don't think there'll be a problem with that, so yeah. So this is the inside of the top of the engine, the cowling I believe they're called. So this has got a weird, rough, scratchy surface to it, if you can hear. And you can see it's quite dirty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some of the cleaner in there again, some of the degreaser, and hopefully it will come off. So we are bringing him in for a closer look. So there's some weird glue stuff here, which makes you think that there was some sort of protective rubber bit missing there. So we'll see if we can sort something out for that. But yeah, been scrubbing away at it with a bit of degreaser. It's coming up nicely, so I'll give it a wipe off, and hopefully it'll look nice and clean. So I didn't want to get too fancy with myself unscrewing things. I don't know what I'm doing, but this one I'm pretty safe, I think. So that's the grab handle there, which is on the inside of the cowling. So I just unscrewed that. There's 3 flathead screws and it just popped off. So yeah, that's pretty easy. And obviously look at that, properly dirty under there. So I'm happy I did that. Let's go. Well, 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 everyone. Look at the transformation on that. It's absolutely shining. Don't know if the light will be good enough, but wow, that's looking a hell of a lot cleaner. Got loads of that glue off. There's only a little bit left. I still want to scrub it too much. But yeah, we got even under there. We got clean. So it's happy days. It's looking nice. So this is the inside of the engine. I'm not trained at all to be doing this, so I'll have to do some research first on how to take all this apart. We've got the throttle bit there. On the other side you've got, on this side I think as well, you've got the choke lever there. That needs greasing as well as that one there. And then you've got some other components around here, like the fuel pump I believe is in there, as that's the fuel line there. You've got the kill switch cord going along there. And then the water outlet going down there to the little water spout there. So yeah, it's a little bit dirty inside there. I'm not sure if it was this dirty when I bought it. I feel like it wasn't, so you might have cleaned it inside, but I'm not skilled enough to take everything out of here just so it's the shell, so I won't be doing that for a bit. But I can probably just put my fingers down there. One thing I did do is there's the rubber gasket that goes around the outside of here. Taking that off so I can give that all a wash. I can give the gasket a wash. So we'll do that, and then I'll be able to polish up and shine this bit a little bit up here. So we'll give that a go and we'll see what it looks like. Well then, I've cleaned up the top bit, I sprayed a bit of degreaser. Still a little bit of white marks on there, but I'm fine with that. But then also, I managed to get my dirty little fingers down the side. So look at that, everyone. It's actually really quite clean down there. Now it was full of grease, but now it looks pretty good. So yeah, I've given it a wipe down. What I'm going to do next is put the oil in it, get some grease put in it, and I think I'm probably done. I might put it on its side and have a little once over with the degreaser, but yeah, we'll see. We'll get the oil in, record that, but yeah, that's come out really nicely, I think. Happy days, everyone. I've never done this before at all. Me and Dan, we did have that 2.3 Honda Outboard, but Dan did most of the servicing on that. He changed the oil, he cleaned the carburettor, and I think he changed something else. But this is my engine, and solely my engine, so it's all my responsibility to do all the stuff on it. I think Dan said that he would help me, so that's nice of him. But yeah, here's a new oil. It's yellow, not black like that other stuff. So I've never done this before. I've got the gear lube pump here, and I believe that I should be, I think it's meant to go for a different size bottle. It's obviously not for this standard bottle like this one. But what I'm doing is I'm literally putting it inside the Halfords bottle there. You can use your marine stuff, and you probably are going to use marine stuff, but even in the handbook for my engine it said I could use any oil that was EP80W/90, and this is gear oil as well, so just make sure if you are putting oil in your engine that it is gear oil. But yeah, we got that in there with the extension cord as well. So what I believe that I want to start doing is just pumping that, then hopefully, there you go, sucking oil out. So look at that, you see there's oil running up there. So what I want to do, I believe, I'm not going to say for certain, but I believe I want to be pumping all this oil in so it starts flowing out here, and then we'll put the cap in there, and then we'll put the cap in the bottom one as well. So I'll quickly get the caps as well. Yep, got the right one as well. So I've got the top one here ready. So I'm just going to pump this until we see oil coming out the top, and that means it's full. Here you go everyone, so I ascended it. I thought it may have not been working, but it definitely was. Because I just checked the side of the bottle. As you can see, or may not see, there's a line level there. So it definitely worked. And also, the telltale sign, I have now got oil dripping out the top. So I've got my bolt ready. I'm just going to go get the screwdriver, which is here. It's got a gasket on it as well, which is nice, got a blue gasket. So I'll probably give it one more pump, which is probably a bad idea because we'll just get a pump's worth of oil coming out, but let's just make sure it's full. We'll put the top cap in, we'll twist the bottom one out, and then we'll put our finger over the hole just so oil doesn't come out, and then put the other screw in. So yeah, I'll do one more pump. I'm going to do two. That's all full, and you can see it's all coming out now. So I'm just going to twist this one back in. That's all tight there. Give it a little wipe as well with a microfiber. Just because we cleaned it all, obviously. It'd be a shame to make it dirty again, wouldn't it, eh? Right then, the last step for the video before giving you a little walk round of the cleaning. Obviously a bit of stuff dripped down there, so I'm going to tidy that all up, give it a wash. But yeah, the grease gun. On this engine, I believe there is 3 nipples put on there, or Zerk fittings they're called. There's one there, and one at the front. So I think this one here is possibly for the lower steering arm bit here, and then this one's for the top bit. I'm not overly sure, but we'll start pumping grease, and as soon as we start seeing stuff coming out, we know that we've done a good job. So what we're going to do is push it on. I should hear a pop like that, and I'm just going to start pumping the grease in. There you go, up a gaze, look at that. So I don't know if you guys saw or not, you probably didn't because my arm was in the way. But right down here, a load of grease has come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump one more time and see if you guys can see it. I'll bring you around closer. Gonna have to clean this up again, but it's all right. Just want to make sure it's well greased. So I'll do one more pump. There you go, slowly pump it, and you guys should be able to see the grease is coming out. So I'm going to take that off now. It's quite a tough thing to get off. We'll do that to the rest of them. So I just connected it and did that one. So I heard some air coming out as well as grease pouring out the other side. So it looks like that one's full as well, so that's happy days. I'm not sure if I'm going to be pushing all the old grease out and then wiping it afterwards, I'm not sure. But there's grease pouring out, so it's definitely full and won't seize up. But what else I'll do is I'll come over here and I'll tilt the engine a bit. It even feels a lot smoother actually, that feels a lot smoother, I'm not going to lie. That really is a lot smoother. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. But that's literally moving freely, completely, look at that. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. May have over-lubed it. Don't think that's really a thing, but there you go. Lovely jubbly. So I've taken the engine off the chair now, so I can clean in this little bit. But I've realised where that Zerk fitting was going. That's inside there, so you can see there's loads of grease in there, so that's happy days, that's all worked. But yeah, looks like it was this one here, and that one there for the steering ones. So as you saw, the steering was really smooth now. So yeah, gonna wipe that grease up, wipe under here a little bit, and now I'm gonna do the final grease points on the rest of the engine as per the specifications on the owner's manual. Alright then everyone, so I pumped a little bit more grease into each of the holes. As you can see, there's some seeping out there, and there's a little bit more seeping out there. And then obviously I found and showed you guys where that one led to. So I think that's for this bit here that helps you trim the motor up or something. I'm not sure what that knob's really for, but there you go. But yeah, it's looking really nice and clean. So the last things I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of grease on these bits, here, and here. And then there's another 2 on the other side. So for the throttle, the choke, and for something else. And then I think I'm pretty much done. Gonna put you guys on the side, start it up, see if it runs okay, and hopefully that'll be job done. And we'll be on to the next sort of stuff, which would be cleaning the carburettor, changing the fuel pump if it has one. I'm not sure if it does, but it must do. Must have a fuel filter at least. That's the one, the word I'm looking for, a fuel filter. So yeah, happy days everyone, look at that. Cracking job my son, cracking job. We'll get the top back on, we'll get it running, we'll get that last bit of grease on. Woo! Well, so stupidly, as you can see, this is me, stupid. I've got literally to the end, as I said, going to be greasing up these last few components. And I remembered I should have put gloves on, so literally I've done that at the end. I've probably gone through 7 or 8 microcloths and tea towels, getting all the grease away, so I'm cleaning it. So Mum's not going to be happy, those might go in the bin to the wash, but yeah, numpty. What a numpty, I've got to put gloves on. But yeah, just finishing up. Get some footage of it starting and idling. Hopefully it's all good. So it should start up pretty quickly. Maybe first pull if I'm lucky, so let's go. There you go, happy days. So idle sounds fine. Idling lovely. Pumping out loads of water. So that. So the exhaust is this bit out here. Pretty sure it's normal for a bit of water to be coming out of there, so that's completely fine. But that bit down the back is going to get dirty pretty quickly. So I'm expecting that bit down there to get dirty from soot and stuff like that. Okay, so 2 strokes, let's put oil through the fuel. So I'm expecting that. But other than that, I'm going to let it run for 5 minutes or so. And yeah, I think that concludes the video. So thank you so much everyone for watching. I really hope you appreciated this video. It might have helped someone. I don't know. A lot of you will be people that subscribe to the channel anyway as it is. But there may be the odd person that's actually got this engine or is just looking for a tutorial on how to do a oil change and greasing some bits up. So yeah, we cleaned it, we greased it, changed the oil, and it's running beautifully. Give it a quick rev or two. Happy days. Yeah, thank you everyone. If you like the video, do remember to hit the like button. I do appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. Should be some SID fishing content coming soon. Did go fishing with Dan the other night and caught 2 smooth hounds myself. So I'm gassed about that. But yeah, there should be some content coming soon everyone. So I do appreciate it and I'll see you in the next video.